Brian Karagamian, Senior Trader, as well as co-founder of ProfessionalStockTraderLive.com, bringing to you Monday evening's technical analysis update for February 9th. Well, today we saw the stock market chopping around between positive and negative territory all day. Early we opened down, shot down about 80 points before we turned up and played on both sides of the positive and negative all day long. It appears as though we've got some unwillingness today for investors to step in front of tomorrow's bank bailout plan. Later in the week we get a chance to take a look at the stimulus package, and quite frankly I don't think the stimulus package is going to be enough and be enough in the right areas that are needed. Today we saw gold come under some severe pressure, down $16.50, and we saw oil that was up over $2 a barrel come under some renewed pressure. A lot of it may be attributed to some forward rolling into the out months, selling out of the front month, and the oil contracts rolling into the back month. So let's keep our eye though on oil. That is a fresh closing low over the last 3 weeks. So let's keep our eye on gold and on oil. There may be some more deleveraging taking place, and that's precisely why they may be selling gold and oil. So we've got the Fed bailout plan tomorrow on the banks, and later in the week we've got the stimulus package. Let's get right into two ideas that we want to share with you going into tomorrow. One is LFC, China Life Insurance Company. Here's a spot that we're looking to get short into continued strength. Here's a typical setup, and let's go ahead and zoom in on this picture just a little bit here. Here's a typical setup that you see here developing, where you've got a stock coming into a downtrend line going back 6-7 months and being overbought. As you can see here on the stochastics, we're sitting up here around 92. We have not yet rolled over onto a sell signal, but this is a nice setup that we like to see. We may even like to see this stock break this downtrend line, which comes in the 48.25 area, and top to top and move up into the 49.25 area. And the 49.25 area is kind of interesting because not only do we have some overhead resistance, we also have the EMA, the exponential moving average 200-day comes in up here. If we take a look at a different chart, we're going to just go ahead and illustrate what we mean by this. We're looking at the SMA, which comes in at 50.87, simple moving average, but the EMA comes in the 49.30 area. And that's a spot that a lot of traders use as well. We use the SMA, but it is a 200-day moving average to take note of. So we think this stock here, which has already rolled over on the RSI, as you can see here, is a stock that is positioning itself for a short sell into continued strength in the coming days. So we look to be a shorter of this stock somewhere between the 48.5 area, which is where the downtrend line would be broken, and 49.30, which is where the SM or the EMA comes in, 200-day EMA exponential moving average. And that ties in real nicely with some overhead resistance, as you can see on this chart here with this yellow line, and that comes in the 49 area as well. So right up in that 49.25 zone, we think is a good spot to be leaning against the stock. One stock we're going to look at on the long side is EOG Resources. And here's a stock, and let's pull up a different chart on this for starters right now. Here's a stock that looks like it's getting ready to take out a a 5-month downtrend. As you can see here, getting ready to take out a 5-month downtrend. Today the stock performed quite well. As we pull it up here, it was up $2.33 at 70.74. Here's a stock where if we start breaking above 71, we would look to be a buyer. We think the stock can take off to the upside. It's regained its 50-day moving average today. It hasn't been above its 50-day moving average for a month and a half, almost 2 months. Actually, it looks like 2 months. It's been holding on to the 20-day moving average here for the last 2 weeks. We think this stock is positioned and ready to move to the upside. we'd look to be a buyer of this on a break above 71. We do note that the stock did slightly get above 71 today, 71.16, but we think as the stock starts moving back over 71 tomorrow, if in fact it happens, it will start to gain some momentum. And let's look at and make sure that the volume numbers are confirming this breakout. Today we only traded 4 million shares. The day prior we traded 4.2 million shares, and prior to that we traded almost 5 million shares. So let's make sure that we've got some volume in this stock as we start moving over 71. But again, this is a stock we'd be looking to get long on a break above 71, 71 and a quarter. We don't have anything else to bring to you today. Let's be on the lookout for the bank bailout plan tomorrow. We think the market's okay in here. We think we can rally this week up and towards the 8,400 to 8,500 zone. So we're not expecting anything too negative out of the stock market, at least early in the week. Maybe later in the week, quite possibly, if we rally up into that 84 to 8,500 resistance zone. But that's what we're looking for here on the short term. Those of you that do not have a chance at joining us in the morning for our live webcast, we'd encourage you, if you can, sneak away a bit, see if you can't come in and join us. We've got a lot of great things that we talk about every day. We have nothing else to report. Have a great evening. Thanks for tuning in. And please be sure to check back every evening for these updates because we've got a lot of great ideas. Have a good night. We'll see you in the morning.